Hello, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming back. Please share this one. So, many years ago, some friends and I went on a stag do with my friend Tom. And he was the last of us university friends to get married. He didn't get married, I think he was 28, he might have been 34, I was 28. I think he was older than I was when he got wedded, I don't know. But the best man played a blinder. He put on a great day in London for us. So we were all from Colchester University. Some still live in Colchester, some live in London, some Brighton, I think. And we had a brewery tour, we went go-karting, went indoor, sort of like 3D psychedelic golf, lovely meal, and curry, went for a lovely curry, and then pub club, nightclub till 3 o'clock, fantastic evening, really good. Then early hours of the morning, about 3, we're all walking to the guys to take them back to the King's Cross, I think, to go to Colchester. Yeah, must be East Coast Main Line. And so we were going over Westminster Bridge. Now, I had a bit of a reputation because I'm pretty much the only one who lives in the rural and has done, I'm not a city boy at all. I was born in a city. I was born in Coventry. I moved down when I was 12 and could never do it again. I lived Colchester's a city, but I lived in Wivenhoe. I didn't even live in Colchester, which is where the university is. And Felixstowe for a while. So they always look after me because I say hello to people and I open doors for ladies, and I can't cross the road because you can't in London unless you're bullish. And obviously I'm just staggered by all the sights and the crazy behaviour. And we'd done the tubes, buses, we'd been around. We were walking anyway, taking the guys to the station. We were going to walk them back, and then me another chap were getting on the tube, and last stop on the tube was where he lived, Stratford, see. And great night. We're all worse for wear. We've all been drunk a lot. Started at the beer at the brewery about 2 o'clock, maybe earlier. We're all very, very merry, but they always keep an eye on me just in case I get into trouble, get run over. There's always someone who's got Carly. I've always been the crazy one of the gang. Every group of lads has got this mental mate. That's me. Never knows when the party's going to stop. Doesn't know when to turn off or say no. Sometimes gets me into trouble, but he's hilarious in equal measure. So the guys I was dangling back at the back of the line, and just sort of loose groups of 2, 3 of us, and we're just going over the bridge, just starting on the bridge, just as you get on. And I'm dawdling at the back of it and looking around because it's 3 a.m. and it's strange to see Westminster Bridge so deserted. It's probably quietest it gets. Maybe 3 or 4 it was. 4, probably closer to 4. Can't remember what time the club closed. So we're heading over there to King's Cross, and then we're getting on the tube. And I'm at the back, and I'm just looking around. I see this blue tent. It's kind of completely incongruous. And I always notice things that are out of the ordinary. I'm always finding things. I never miss things. I can see a fight coming. I can see an accident before it happens. I won't call it intuition. It's just noticing odd things. And there's this blue tent, which is clearly brand new erected, and I thought, what the hell was that? And then I thought, 28 days later. Well, I didn't think that, but I thought, if you wanted the deserted scene for a film, if you were doing sort of an apocalyptic thing, early hours of the morning is the only time you're going to get sort of, reasonable, no traffic. And it's this blue tent there, and I'm thinking, doing a film. And I'm known as Access All Area, so I used to work at the festivals, and I'm very good at getting in the VIP area for the free munchies and stuff. So I darts into this tent to see what it is. Sure enough, there's a couple of makeup stations, and a makeup artist, a guy in the chair, and this security guy, big fella. And the guy in the chair's got a white T-shirt on. She's making him up, putting blood on his shirt. And this security guard just runs at me and lifts me up physically. He's a huge guy, giant of a man, bare, 6'7", black fella, shaved head, and just bare crushed. Picked me up literally. I mean, I don't weigh much. I weighed a bit more then, but I don't weigh much. And sort of marched me straight back out the tent. Just as my mates had figured out that they've lost Carly, and then they see me coming out of the tent, so they all rush back, and I don't know what he was going to do. I think he might have been to take me down and kill me and throw me in the river. So they all surround him, and there's like 7 or 8 lads, and he reluctantly drops me, and they sort of huddle me up and drag me off, and we go carry on our merry way. Don't think much more about it other than, oh, that was a peculiar incident, I shouldn't have gone in there. But I'm looking for cameras then. I'm looking, well, where's the rest of the gear? Maybe they're getting to help early, but I couldn't see anything. So we carry on, drops guys off, gets on the train, gets back. We're very late, stagger to bed, wake up, bit of breakfast, gets on the tube to come back to Lincoln. And when I'm on, was it on the tube or on the platform? It was a TV, and it was Sky News, but the volume was turned down. And there's the guy from the night before. He's on the telly. And there'd been a stabbing on Westminster Bridge, a runaway vehicle and stabbings. And I thought, that's that guy. I thought, it's definitely him. Thought I've got a real bad hangover. I didn't really think much of it. So goes home, goes on with life and thinks no more of it. A couple of years later, Facebook memory thing, some of the pictures I'd taken on the night comes up saying, you remember your memories? I thought, oh yeah, it was a great day. And then I thought, that weird thing about the bridge and the bloke. And I remember seeing the next day there'd been this attack on the bridge, and just didn't piece things together. I'll think much more about it. I mean, I was drunk. So it was definitely a false flag. Well, it was a staged attack, and it was a false flag attack, probably by the Mossad and MI6. Well, coordinated with Metropolitan Police, City of London Police, whoever's involved, City of London, that bunch, Satanic Freemason knob. So it's definitely a false flag, and the story's rubbish as well. That if you look into it, and Tobias Elwood, the MP of all people, was the hero of the day and disarmed the attacker. He just happens to be a brigadier in 77th Brigade, which is the propaganda wing of the British Army under the Secret Service. This is all recorded. And the whole story didn't make sense, and it was all staged, and I'm not sure whether people died or not. I don't think these cats mind. But then I mentioned that on the Facebook thing. I said, wasn't that weird about that thing? And that's when my life went wrong. That's when they killed my dogs. That's when my bank accounts got frozen. They've done everything to me. I think they've tried to kill me 7 times. There's a man come here with a shotgun, blew his head off, and they shot my dogs, and it's been awful. I think they tried to drive me to suicide, really, or discredit me, get me into a nut house and fill me full of drugs. But luckily they've never been able to do it because of my extreme Christian faith. I couldn't kill myself. So unless you're a danger to yourself or others, and I'm not, very, very peaceful, they can't put me in a nut house. So I wouldn't kill myself, but I'm still here. I think they have tried to kill me, but I think I've got divine protection. I'm a very holy man. God knows me. I know God. So I think I've got a little bit of protection there. What else have I got to say? That's it, really. I mean, the whole thing was horseshit. Now, the reason they do these things on bridges is because if they do them on a street, then you've got all the buildings where people could take pictures with their smartphones out of the windows. Because if you do something like this on a bridge, you don't have that. You can control the scene for your staged operation. And the media's complicit, the police are complicit, the politicians organised it or signed off on it. Yeah, and there you are. And it's ignited a race war in this country because the Jews who control things want to put Ishmael up against Amalek, so they destroy each other and they can take over the world, their new world, Jew world order. Well, it ain't going to work. Now you can put me in prison, you can kill me. I don't care. My life belongs to God. I'm fine, I'm a made man. I have looked upon the face of God. So, we'll see what happens. But I think you're about to lose, and Satan, you're going to get your arse whipped. We all know it. It's already happened. God wins. God won. Thank you for listening, everybody. And if I do die, it would be a blessing in some ways because I've had a terrible life, but things are looking up for me. I'm about to become a grandfather. I'm a happy, successful businessman. I have a secure home and beautiful home, and I live in paradise. So I've got everything to live for. So if I turn up dead, it ain't suicide. That's for sure. Anyway, I'll try and get this out to as many people as the algorithm will allow me to, because AI is firmly in control, because that's the whole point of civilization. Satan needed to get man up to this level of technical sophistication so he could invent AI, and then he's hoping, or was hoping, to use it against God, thinking it might level the playing field, because the Almighty is the Almighty. And he found out very quickly. I was at Armageddon, I saw it, and God just sighed, and the AI collapsed, and he aged it by millions of years, and without maintenance the machine breaks down, and it just fell to the floor of the Valley of Armageddon, and eventually Satan's lot, one by one, abandoned him. Word is all 200 have fallen, have begged for forgiveness of the Father, and he'll let them know when it's Judgment Day. No one knows when that is. I probably won't even find out the outcome. But satisfying nonetheless. So, that is my testimony. Whether it gets out to anyone or not, well, at least I've recorded it. Take care. Bye-bye.